So let's start off with the big topic. When are we going to see GTA 6 trailer 3? So far, we've gotten 2 trailers for GTA 6, one of which was the reveal trailer, and then the second one was a lot more in depth with the story and the characters. However, we're still waiting on a third trailer that gives us a better look at the world and gameplay, which I think is the main thing that a lot of people are wondering right about now. We all know this game is going to be massive, and we already know how good it's going to look, but in terms of the gameplay, there are a lot of questions. Is it going to play more like GTA 4 or GTA 5? Or perhaps is it going to take influence from Red Dead 2 and be something totally brand new for the GTA franchise? Which, I mean, I guess if we base things off of the leaks we've seen so far, it's probably going to be in between Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, which makes sense. Now, it's been a long time since those leaks happened, and the game probably evolved a lot. The third trailer is likely going to be where we get more intel on the raw gameplay experience of GTA 6, and with the alleged release date less than a year away, and with us rounding out the year, you would think that there would be some news happening very soon. Now, in case you forgot, Rockstar elected to drop the first GTA 6 trailer before the Game Awards, likely because they didn't want to take away the spotlight from all of the other games that deserved praise that year. Frankly, I think that's probably going to happen this year again. I think Rockstar knows that if they don't release a trailer before the Game Awards, then everyone is going to be tuning into that event and spamming the live chat with demands for a GTA trailer, which is going to end up taking away from what that night is supposed to be about. And as much as I'm sure Rockstar loves being the center of attention, they probably don't want to take the spotlight away from their fellow developers in the industry, which means they're almost certainly going to be releasing some kind of trailer or update either before the Game Awards this year or way after. Now, personally, I'm expecting a trailer in early December, probably right before Game Awards, but I think that's about it. Now, there is a possibility that they, give us a trailer before the Game Awards, and in that trailer, they announced that a gameplay showcase is coming early 2026, which I guess that's possible, but it's not really the Rockstar MO. Honestly, I think this next trailer is just going to randomly drop online, and then that's all we're going to get until, next year sometime. Now, there is a question on whether or not we will see raw gameplay during the next trailer, which I think it's still a little bit early for them to be showing off anything like that. But take this as my official prediction. I think Rockstar will release a third cinematic trailer in early December, and during that trailer, I have a feeling that they will announce pre-orders. That is, if the game doesn't get delayed between now and then. Now, if that release date is concrete, then it's pretty safe to say that if they start the pre-orders in December, right around the holiday season, that's a good time to do it. That way people will, start pre-ordering the game and getting ready for next year. And then once we get to 2026, the months to follow will include a gameplay showcase, the one that's like in Grand Theft Auto 6, and then they start showing off some gameplay details. But speaking of GTA 6 gameplay, a trusted Rockstar insider recently dropped some cryptic information about how the next GTA game is actually going to play. If you're at all familiar with Rockstar leaks, you probably know who Tez 2 is. And not too long ago, Tez stated that Rockstar had been experimenting with a new kind of weapon wheel as recently as 2024, which could end up finding its way into GTA 6. GTA 4 and GTA 5 use the weapon wheel system as a way to let the player carry tons of gear around the game world with them without needing a whole bunch of different hotkeys at the same time. But apparently Rockstar is trying something new for GTA 6. According to Tez, some of the new weapon wheel prototypes include a smaller wheel with a sub wheel within the main larger wheel, which seems to imply that you'll be able to use the weapon wheel to equip different variations of the same weapon, perhaps with attachments or weapon mods to deepen the combat system. However, Tez also said that it's entirely possible that these prototypes were scrapped before the final game was blueprinted, meaning GTA 6 might use the traditional weapon wheel that we're all used to. Now, frankly, I can go either way on this. On one hand, I'm always open for GTA 6's gameplay loop being expanded upon, and I think weapon mods and attachments could be a fun way to do that. But on the other hand, there really isn't anything wrong with the current GTA weapon wheel system, and I think Rockstar could make a ton of headway in other aspects of the combat, like the movement, cover, recoil, and melee systems, which from the leaked gameplay, we know that they will be doing that. There are tons of ways that Rockstar could improve upon the combat and gunplay of GTA 5 without even touching the existing weapon wheel, so I'm honestly happy either way here. If GTA 6 launches and it has the exact same weapon wheel as GTA 5, I would be fine with it as long as other aspects of the gameplay are improved. And at the same time, I would be perfectly happy with a new and improved weapon system in GTA 6 if it means the guns are more customizable and there's more depth to shooting and weapons. I almost hope they take the Red Dead 2 approach, like in a way where you can have a certain amount of weapons, but you have to, like, let's say go to your trunk or like maybe maybe a backpack to then pull out another weapon. Like for instance, let's say a sniper rifle or an RPG, you're probably going to have to go to like the trunk of your car to grab that out and equip it, but it's hard saying what they plan on doing. Now, shifting gears a bit, there have been some new reports that have come out about how Rockstar is going to be handling review copies, because naturally in the modern gaming era, things are going to start leaking once the review copies are sent out, unless Rockstar does things differently than other companies. Usually a few days before the game's launch, selected reviewers are sent download codes for the game, along with contracts that make them legally swear that they won't leak footage before the embargo date. But I think we all know how much hype there is surrounding GTA 6. It's inevitable that somebody is going to try to be the first person to reveal GTA 6's gameplay and story, which means Rockstar is facing a bit of a conundrum with how they're going to be doing review copies. According to some new information they released, Rockstar and Take-Two might actually be flying various reviewers and content creators out to an undisclosed location so they can play the game early and write their reviews, which would completely eliminate the possibility of leaks. And this might sound a little extreme, but when you consider just how much hype there is surrounding GTA 6 and how much money this game is going to generate, it makes sense that this is the path forward for them. If you're Rockstar or Take-Two in this situation, why would you risk sending download codes out into the wild when you could just afford to fly out a handful of influencers and reviewers out to your studio and let them play the game locally on your computers and consoles, and then let them write the review in the comfort of a hotel room or Airbnb without even having to think about whether or not someone is going to leak the footage? Rockstar has taken their time with this game, and I'm sure that they want to avoid all possible leaks and spoilers out there, so taking these precautions makes total sense. Now, when it comes to the release date, there is definitely a bit of confusion and concern here, as the making of this video, GTA 6, is still scheduled for its May 26th of 2026 release date, which is only about 7 months away. Well, it's a little strange for a game that's only 7 months away from launch to not have any kind of pre-orders live, as well as the fact that there is almost no physical marketing campaign going on right now. No billboards, no bus stop ads, hardly any internet ads. You get the idea. Rockstar and Take-Two are likely going to be going nuts with their marketing campaign for GTA 6 during the months before release, but now that we're just 7 months away from the scheduled release date, it seems a little odd that nobody is actually, trying to market the game IRL, if you catch my drift. This has led to tons of theories floating around the internet that the game is going to be delayed to 2027 or at the very earliest fall 2026. I don't think it's going to be 2027, but I do think a fall 2026 release date does make sense for them. With how soon the scheduled release date is, I'm having a hard time believing that Rockstar is actually intending on releasing the game in 7 months without any major marketing push, and Rockstar and Take-Two have also confirmed that they were planning on delaying the game way before they announced the previous delay, and just decided to not say anything at all until the time was right. So it's entirely possible that they've already internally delayed the game to fall or winter of 2026 and just haven't told the public yet, which would explain why they're not starting the marketing campaign or making pre-orders live. Frankly, unless pre-orders go live by the end of like November or early December, I'm just going to expect that a delay to fall or winter 2026 is inevitable. Now, things are different with this game because it is GTA 6. It's one of the most anticipated games of all time at this point, and it's going to be really hype at launch. So Rockstar and Take-Two really aren't going to have to, do a bunch of marketing for this game to hit its revenue goals. Like, it's just going to sell like hotcakes once it drops, based on like strictly word of mouth. But since we're talking about pre-orders, I think we should at least acknowledge the price tag, because there has been a pretty major point of conversation. There's been so many discussions that suggest that GTA 6 is going to cost $100 or more, and I just can't get behind that. In fact, there was an ex-Saints Row developer, I think they were like a design director. Well, they said that they think that GTA 6 deserves to cost $100, which I think is absolutely rich, because we literally haven't seen the game yet. How can you say that the game is worth $100 when it's literally not even done yet? Now, I do think that it's a very high likelihood that Rockstar, or rather Take-Two Interactive, tries to price this game at more than $70, which I think they probably will, because all of the hype surrounding this franchise. And that's a shame, because you know that other publishers are then going to use that as the green light to start pricing their games at a higher price point. I mean, the industry still hasn't fully accepted $70 as the standard price of games, so I think it would be really disruptive if Take-Two starts trying to sell the most hyped game of all time at even more than $70. But let me be clear about this. Video games should not be more than $70. Heck, I'm not even sure if they should be $70 to begin with. GTA 6 was a very expensive game to develop, yes, But that's not the consumer's fault. The consumer didn't tell Rockstar to spend all the money on the development of GTA 6. And it's not the consumer's responsibility to make up for their budget. Consumers are struggling in a lot of avenues in their life right now, and Rockstar probably shouldn't be trying to make them pay more than they're comfortable paying for a hobby. Now, I do think that Rockstar understands that. Take-Two, on the other hand, I don't know. Frankly, I think GTA 6 could make absolute bank on launch day if they price the game at $60 or even $50. If you make a product at a price that consumers think is fair, they're going to buy it like crazy. And that's not even mentioning the online aspect that they're going to make buku bucks on. But if the price point is too high, those people that only want to play online and spend money on shark cards and stuff, they might be a little bit hesitant on that. Honestly, Rockstar's goal and Take-Two's goal should be to get as many people through the door and to be playing online as possible, and pricing it at like $80 for the single player aspect is a bad idea in my opinion. And if they do like $100 price tag, that would be crazy. Honestly, they just need to have like collector's editions and stuff like that if they want to charge more than, you know, $70 for the game. But that's going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Do you think that GTA 6 will get delayed? How much do you want it to cost? And when do you think trailer 3 is going to release? That's going to wrap it up with this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe with your notifications on, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.